following some new developments tonight in a police shooting last night. Late this afternoon, Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel took the unusual step of commenting on an ongoing investigation. He did it to say that despite reports a man was shooting at neighbors and police, officers found no gun at the scene. What they did find? Actually a baseball bat. KXLY 4's Drew Reeves is working for you. Drew, you talked to the neighbor who says the guy was firing shots at him, but this statement from the chief says they didn't find a gun at all.
Yeah, that's right, Nadine, and we are learning even more new developments. We have just learned the identity of the man who was killed. He has been identified as 35-year-old David Novak. Now, that neighbor that I did speak to said that he was on his porch with friends when things with Novak turned ugly and then deadly.
It was after 10 o'clock last night when a man tells us he was on his porch with friends and his neighbor came from across the street. He said the conversation was friendly and his neighbor went back home. But it wasn't long after that. He said his neighbor came back out of the house with a shotgun. The man tells me his neighbor was using racial slurs, including the N-word, and threatening to kill him. The man said he went inside and got his rifle in case his neighbor came to the house, and he heard several shots fired outside. Other neighbors said they also saw the man using a baseball bat.
It looked like he was hitting his truck with a bat.
The man, who asked not to be identified, said it wasn't long before police arrived and demanded the neighbor put down his weapon.
When we arrived on scene and they heard the gunshots, they moved towards the sound of the gunshots, and within 2 minutes, an officer had fired at the individual as well.
Officers say he then ran inside his home. By the time they were able to get to him, he had died.
Copy, I'll send in the medics.
The man who said he's the victim in this situation said he was shocked by his neighbor. He said he had never seen him act that way before or use racial slurs. Several neighbors said it appeared he was intoxicated.
Maybe he was inebriated. It seemed like it was a good possibility.
The neighborhood is still recovering from the incident. Many, including the victim, say they were sorry to see the man lose his life. It also has some in the neighborhood concerned about safety.
It's a little nerve-wracking because I do have 4 kids, so I mean it's something where it's like I don't always want them to go outside and play, you know.
And again, despite witnesses and police saying they heard gunshots, no gun was recovered at the scene. Police do have body cameras to go over. The sheriff's office is now taking the lead on this investigation, which is standard protocol during police shootings. We will, of course, bring you the very latest details as we learn them. Nadine, will send it back to you.
All right, thank you for that very latest there, Drew.